I know Nautilus into Thresh is something that's really good for Nautilus, but Thresh and Ahri together make for really... Okay! Renata is going to come out. So, BeryL going to be pretty squishy here, but we'll have a lot of really cool buttons available.
And I think that Deft needs a long-range AD carry as a result.
Do it, Deft. Don't be scared. All right, we're going Vayne Renata. Okay, that's a lane. That's a lane that you could do. As Deft's having a bit of a giggle about it as well. This is not necessarily a Deft special. If we're talking about going to prison, Vayne spotting gets you there. But also, Gwen dashing forward could also be a bit of a problem here as Dread's going to get a bit of a pushback. The Ghost is already used as Kingan's now just doing his best to buy as much time as possible. It will be the horse.
Be able to grab a plate down here bottom side with this massive wave that's crashing, and they're going to zone Ghost out of experience. Yeah. So it's not all for free here for Nongshim. There's a bit of a cost here on the bottom side.
Yeah, that is the handshake that's going to connect, though, as now Ghost taking a lot of damage. Yeah, okay, good stun lands onto Deft. He's going to have to flash to get out of the way of that one, and now they're in a tricky situation. There are minions on this turret, so BeryL can just walk all the way straight back. There's now Deft looking to try and move into this one, but there's a horse, and that is a big problem.
So going back to this, you know, you had the wave pushed away, but you decided you were going to go all in on this handshake, the ignite, and then Effort's here.
Yeah,
okay,
it was a really good flash from Ghost as well, otherwise I think he's condemned and dead.
Yeah, that was a good flash, like you say, and Effort just goes for the chase here, flashes forward, and then Dread shows up. You're too far forward here, get punished, and then, you know, you get the Rift Herald.
Wants to have that happen, right? That is exactly what you want as the charm. Going to land there on the B2D. Q is going to connect, but yeah, this is the power of the Event Horizon. It's pretty good. It's pretty good ability, by the way, everyone.
Yep.
You put it down, 3 people can't do anything. If it has to, like, take his gloves off, but he should be able to do that. There's a bit of a fight here towards the top side as Kana doesn't have to press his ult until relatively late here as Kingan trying to run away. He is going to be able to do so as, the heal from the Q going to be enough to keep Kana alive. Still a safeguard available as now Deft and Ghost fighting this one out. It's a lot of burst damage, but it is traded back immediately. The final hour is on, and that was so close. Flashes come through. The flash from Deft will pick it up in the end. I love the jostling for position between the two AD carries. Yeah, exactly right, as we've got immediately another fight. The headbutt into the wall there from Dread. He didn't want to do that. BeryL just said that he had to, as now underneath the turret, Pyosik looks for more as now Dread 1 versus 3, but you cannot do anything there, and DRX find the outplay in the bottom lane.
It's a one lead, and this is why Nongshim was playing so passively, as I was talking about before, is Deft.
Yeah, like fighting into a 4th bullet there as well.
And he went forward with the Gale Force, and guess what? He's just like, I'll flash on you, dude. Realizing way too late. As the ultimate is used here actually from
I barely even noticed.
Yeah, you can see it's just not the greatest ult in pro play. But he used it here to try to zone Dread out.
This is certainly high value, as now they're looking for even more out of Shirley. He is going to go for the charge and actually gets the second one. Zeka taking a fair bit of damage here from Ghost, but is going to be able to back away.
Nongshim with the position they have, it's pretty nice. So Zeka.
Yeah, he's going to have to use a Spirit Rush to try and get out of here, but Dread runs real quick. There's one more charge left available. The flash is going to be there as well, as there's the kickback. Zeka not even going to use his flash, because the Primordial Burst got in range. Looking to try and hold onto this wave as best he can. Nongshim now going to have to do some face checking as Zeka has found the Jhin, and that is going to secure it. It's in fact Pyosik that locks down that kill, and if you're walking into darkness, don't face check with your AD carry.
Yeah, that was not the play. That was definitely not the play. Now DRX have such fast Baron clears, you mentioned, and they can zone away the rest of Nongshim. So much damage here, and the real big range advantage is in the Jhin only.
They grabbed the Drake, they grabbed the Baron, and their control of this river was just beautifully done. Zeka, once again, I mean, his Ahri's
there. Yeah, there's a ward there, and his life is the question. I said it was a free teleport, however.
Yeah, it is going to be very difficult. There's the spin as Pyosik is going to find him. There's the kickback as does manage to bonk him into the wall. That is attempting to go for it here as he goes berserk for a moment, and BeryL is going to be able to lock down the kill in the end.
Or just ignore the Baron. Like, you got to be decisive. You're doing half measures here.
Yeah, do one of the things. As now Zeka still off towards the side here as now Dread, he's running really quickly. Wants to go for that 50-50 if he can, but the ulti's going to come through. It zones them away beautifully as now, yep, the bailout going to be used, but it's onto himself here as the Baron is just going to be given up on. Both of the supports are now taken down, and the Event Horizon is on cooldown. DRX move back towards this Baron as Dread still still has his ulti up, and the kickback onto BDD. Event Horizon goes through again, but immediately the flashes come on forward. Deft flashes over the wall as well, as now they're looking to tidy up the team fight. It's the Viger, he is dead, and Ghost is now running for the hills. Kingen is so scary. The Q comes in from Pyosik. That will be the ace, and DRX can do anything they want after a team fight like that.
Yeah, they certainly can. Pyosik having a great game on the Lee Sin, very quietly, you know, making it through these mid-game fights, setting up so many of the peels that are necessary for his teammates. And yes, BeryL did die. He used his bailout on himself, wasn't able to, of course, resurrect, but the turn was so good for DRX and their advantage was massive.
Once again, another one of these situations where it's effort just by himself, having to try and save a dying Nexus. It happens one more time, and Vayne will cut through this Nexus so quickly. 2-0 for DRX, who keep their second place dreams alive, even if they're still very narrow. They're still going to playoffs, though, everyone. And it's likely that they will have, you know, side selection in the first round as well.
This team because of Chovy, right? Like he's, you know, he's over here. You've got Ghost, who was replaced by Nongshim's AD carries, right? So he's like filling the shoes of Deft and Kellen, who are doing better than him. There's a lot of stress and pressure on these players, and they're not able to keep up.
Yeah.
Let's end it. Pyosik is very excited. 20 seconds, calling out death timers here.
Bali.
Bali, and that's what Gwen said. She's like, all right, let's get out of here as quickly as possible.
If you guys didn't know what that meant in Korean, just means like, go quickly.
Yeah, quickly, basically.
Pyosik's having a great time. Oh no, I want to know what Deft is saying.
I just want to
He stole
like,
a penta?
yeah, well, no, he lost the chance to get a penta, like it timed out, I believe.
Yeah, Deft never got a penta in the LCK.